when you hear the sound of the drums and the sound of the shaker, you know it's time for the Griot Story Circle. Welcome to the circle, and welcome to the Griot Story Circle. My name is Martha Ruff, and I'm your griot and host for our annual storytelling gathering. This is a chance for you to hear about some special things in African American history. And today we're talking about ice cream. When I was a little girl in the 1950s, and there was something special that happened, and all the kids would be singing this chant. Get a nickel, get a dime, get 15 cents. Here comes the ice cream man. Bells are ringing, kids are singing. Here comes the ice cream man. And they'd have their money out. Ice cream man, ice cream man. And the ice cream truck would come down the street and stop, and all the children would gather around with their nickels, their pennies, their dimes, their quarters, because that's all that ice cream would cost at that time of the day. That in those years, you would get a popsicle. It would have 2 sticks, and you'd have cherry and a blue. What would that blue one be called? But your tongue would be left blue after you finished eating your popsicle. And if you had a little bit more money, that might only cost 10 cents. And then if you had a little bit more money, you might buy a soft ice cream cone. And that could cost you about a quarter. And then, if you really loved ice cream, you would go to an ice cream store or to a cafe and get an ice cream sundae. 3 scoops of ice cream, maybe a banana split that would have bananas on both sides, and cherries and nuts and lots of whipped cream. That's the kind of ice cream that we used to enjoy as children in the 1950s. Well, ice cream is still around, and it's still a favorite. And you need to know that ice cream has an African American connection. In the 1820s, Augustus Jackson left his job as a chef at the White House, an African American man, and went to Philadelphia to start his candy business. And he found a way to make better ice cream. He found that mixing salt and ice kept the ice cream much harder and smoother. And he discovered that putting the ice cream in tin cans and covering it with ice, he could sell it, and it was very good. He sold his ice cream for $1 for a quart of ice cream. And in 1832, that was a lot of money. But people were willing to pay for it because his ice cream was so good. And he sold lots of ice cream. He was a very wealthy man. And his business got passed on to his daughter, and his daughter carried on the business for a while, and then the business ended. But you can find out more about Augustus Jackson by reading about African Americans in Philadelphia. There's another African American who helped us with ice cream, and his name was Alfred Cradle. And Alfred Cradle invented the ice cream scoop. They called it an ice cream mold back in 1897. And this mold had a little lever on it. So you would scoop the ice cream, and you've seen them, and then when you poured it out, you flicked the lever, and the ice cream would come out in a nice scoop. That was invented by Alfred Cradle in 1897, and he was the first African American to get a patent in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So, when you're eating ice cream, remember Alfred Cradle and the ice cream scoop and Augustus Jackson, who created the method for making ice cream cold and creamy, and he is known as the father of ice cream. Well, here in Laurel, we have a new treat to be able to enjoy ice cream, and that's at a new shop called Sweets and Treats. And I'd like to welcome my guest, Ann Siegel, who is the owner of Sweets and Treats. Welcome, Ann.
Thank you very much for having me.
We're glad that you could come and share with us about a place in Laurel where we can enjoy ice cream. Tell us a little bit about Sweets and Treats.
Okay, it's a new shop actually. I bought it from the former owner. It used to be Double Dipper. And I bought it from them the second week of January. And I took over, but I changed a few things. So I left ice cream there. But I have also, I bake. I do baking in a kitchen. We have a small kitchen, but I do all the baking there. And we put in coffee, and there's a place where to sit. You can come in and sit. There's internet. So I did a few things, yeah. I did a few things.
Okay, so this is your first business in Laurel?
Yes.
So tell us about your time before you came to Laurel.
Actually, before I came to Laurel, my husband has a business. It's in Owens Mills. But I used to work for corporate America for quite a long time.
Corporate America.
Oh yes, for a long, long time, until I decided to stop working because we were adopting a little girl from Africa, my husband and I. So I stopped working for about maybe 4 or 5 years. Now she's 11 years old. And I said, you know what? Let me get up and do something for myself. So that's when, we bought a shop in Laurel.
Well, this is a program about stories, so
Right.
we're glad to know about your story. Tell us how your story began.
Oh yeah, I definitely have a big story. As you know, I come from Africa. I come from the eastern part of Africa, Uganda. I was working long before I came here. I went to school in Europe, I went to school in Italy, went to school back home. But you know what, one day I said, you know what, I think I need to go to the States. Because, here, you can be anything as long as you're willing to work hard. So I came in here, I started going to school again. I was working, but still I went to school. I was doing part-time. It took me a long time, to get my degree, but I got it. And then I started working actually I lived in Virginia for a long time until I got married. So I stayed in Virginia, I worked in Virginia, I went to school in Maryland. Then I got married. I've been married probably 10 years now. Then I moved. When we got married, I moved to Colombia. And my story is good. It's just amazing because I just come from a little country in Africa. And of course, with my accent, well, some people don't understand. They don't understand. They say, excuse me, but I love it here. And I'm just, blessed to be here.
Well, I'm sure that you love ice cream, too.
I do. Oh, yeah.
Tell us
do.
about some of your favorite ice creams.
Well, every flavor is my favorite. So I just love to eat. Who doesn't? I love to eat. And the ice cream I have actually is Hershey's, supplied by Hershey's ice cream. I never ate Hershey's ice cream until I bought my shop. It's really probably it's the best ice cream I've ever eaten. It's good, it's cheap, it's not all that expensive. Anybody can afford to, to come and treat themselves. So every flavor is my flavor.
That you have?
Oh, I have 28 flavors. I have Rocky Road. I have, of course, vanilla. I have chocolate. I have crazy chocolate. I have crazy vanilla. I have Play-Doh for the children. I have Superman. I have so many flavors, unbelievable flavors. Yeah, really, really yummy. Yeah.
So one of the things that your shop does is that it has It extends itself beyond the four walls so that you have an area, a patio, outside area.
Yes, I have outside area for people to sit on and enjoy the ice cream, during summer especially. Yeah, yeah.
And so, do you have some plans for the community for your
Yes, I
enjoying?
do. Yes, I do. The reason why, in fact, I even bought a shop in Laurel, I wanted a place where it was across from the school because it's really difficult to get a place across the schools. So I was very lucky. There are schools, there's boys and girls, there's another lady I've met who is mentoring girls after school, which is really amazing. So I wanted to be across the school so that I can have kids work there because they might be kids, but they love money like we do, and it's good when they work, they take responsibility, they know how to manage their money. So that was the reason why I really wanted the place where I am. And then also, I've had about maybe 3 people come to me and say, sometimes we do fundraising and donations, and you know what I said? I'm open to that, I'm open to helping the community. Yeah.
So, Sweets and Treats is at what address?
It's actually 906 Montgomery Street, just around the corner here. You can walk
Okay,
it, yeah.
906 Montgomery Street.
Right.
It's right near the historic district of
Yes,
Laurel.
yes.
And so it's also near schools, near the Boys and Girls Club.
Yes.
And it's a place where families can come and
yes,
enjoy
absolutely.
a treat
Yes.
and have some fun.
Right.
Where organizations in the community can get in touch with you.
Absolutely.
And talk about things that you might help them out with in terms of fundraising.
Fundraising, if there is a fundraising, in most cases, I would, give them a discount.
And tell us about some of the discounts that you have.
Yes, I have some discounts. Like when before I opened, actually I took so many coupons to different schools.
Okay.
So each school I would give them maybe 200 for just $1 off for kids, especially kids who do well in school. I have that program too. If you do well,
Coupons
exactly.
to Sweets and Treats.
Sweets and Treats. I took to boys and girls. Of course, they do a good job there. And there's a lady who does a mentoring I was telling you about. I thought she really does a good job. It's a non-profit organization, and she's done so much for these girls who, girls need to be mentored. So what I did, I gave some, coupons so that they can afford to come and eat something. There is also a field they play. I think it's a soccer field. It hasn't opened yet, but I intend to take coupons there so that they come over and,
So the
enjoy.
community can look forward to
yeah,
coming and
absolutely.
also getting discounts.
Yes.
And so it'll be someplace that they can gather and know that
Yes, I can host
it won't be
absolutely.
beyond their budget.
Yes, yes.
So tell us your website address and your phone number, how folks can get in touch with
Exactly. I'm on 906 Montgomery Street. My phone number, the shop number is 301 725-0006. And my son is building a website for me. So the website definitely will be Sweets and Treats Creamery. And I'm on Facebook too. I'm on Facebook. And what I do in most cases when I go on my Facebook, I ask for, people's opinion. If I do this, what do you think about it? If I open up, I give bagels and coffee, what do you think about it? Should I do it? And they really give me their opinion, and I'm happy. I'm happy about that. Yeah, I'm really happy. Yeah.
Well, we're happy that Sweets and Treats is in Laurel and that it's a place where families can gather and enjoy desserts and get together with the community. So we hope that we will see you there.
Oh, definitely.
Well, we also want to thank Ann Siegel for coming and for sharing with us about her shop. We want you to remember that not only is there the opportunity for you to enjoy time together at a shop like Sweets and Treats, but don't forget to do things at home to get your family together and doing activities together. So whether you're studying about African American history, like the African American connection with ice cream, but also take some time to do some cooking at home. There are books like this cookbook from Howard University and the Griot's cookbook. It actually has a recipe in it for ice cream. And that's one of the best things for families to do to get together and enjoy time together is cooking together. So if you have an idea for something to make, or if you need an idea, get out some cookbooks and enjoy some family time together. We hope that you have enjoyed the Griot Story Circle today and that you will enjoy some ice cream very soon, especially here in Laurel at our special Sweets and Treats Creamery shop. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you soon at the Griot Story Circle.